And my face is in focus.
Yep.
Welcome to United by Trucks. Today we are I'm actually recording this the opposite of how I probably would have recorded it normally. I'm actually taking you to a place I don't think you've ever been before, and I'm going to show you some trucks that you may not have ever seen or ever remember that we even own. And the reason we're doing that is because, well, this is the UBT project update video, which essentially means all the trucks that I own that are either in storage or are going to be sold. So that's the other component of this video, is we're holding a one-day fire sale for some UBT projects that I just don't feel like I'm ever going to get to, and well, we want to put them back out in the world for you guys to build them. So we're actually taking you up to our storage in Blairsville now, and we're going to show you some trucks that we're going to have for sale, maybe remind you of some trucks that you didn't know we owned, and then we're going to head back to the shop and talk about the ones we have at the shop and the ones that are going to be for sale that we have there as well. So I've got my wife who's behind the camera today, my little girl's with me, and yeah, we're going to have some fun showing you some projects, talking about maybe even some of the stories of how I purchased them or came to acquire them, and then we're going to tell you which ones are for sale and tell you how to join our UBT Fire Sale on February 12th. Some more details coming on that. We'll drop obviously drop all the information down in the description, but I'm going to drive, and yeah, we'll see you at storage here in just a minute. Millie, what are you going to do today besides hold the beef jerky stick up? Are you going to tell me what your favorite truck is we see today?
Yes.
And do you think you've seen them all?
No.
Here we go.
Whatever music you do, because you can't do this song.
So we're up at my buddy Justin's storage up in Blairsville, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what we're going to do from a fire sale perspective. No, not everything that I have is for sale, just select vehicles. So as we walk you through this video, I'll let you know if they're for sale or not for sale. You'll see something come across the screen that says for sale. So I'm not going to discuss prices in this video for the things that are for sale, but I can let you know I'm in a dealing mood. So these are not going to be market price even. I mean, these are, if you're looking for a project, a real project, you know, kind of the vehicles that I buy, cheaper vehicles that need some work. These are probably going to be some of the vehicles for you. So there may be some exceptions in here. We'll show you the Shasta later in the video. Has a blown motor, but that's something that's not necessarily going to be cheap. But a lot of these vehicles are vehicles that can be built, may need some rust repair, may need an engine, may need both. I'll walk you through a little bit of the specifics of them, and let you know what's for sale and what isn't, and what I can remember about some of these that I've bought. Some of these have been purchased back in the beginning of the channel even, so 4 years ago. But yeah, let's get to walking around. Oh, and I guess the more important part is that if you are interested, on February 12th, we're going to have a fire sale right here in Blairsville, Georgia. And I'm not going to put the address out, just because I don't want a bunch of people showing up, and I want to kind of know who's showing up. So if you're going to be interested in buying any of these projects that we see that are designated for sale in this video, you need to email me, unitedbytrucks@gmail.com. I'll put all that information down in the video description, but you're not going to get the address to this place unless you email me, and that's just the way we're kind of being respectful of Justin's place, but also kind of giving me a head count as to who's coming. So unitedbytrucks@gmail.com, February 12th from 9 to 3. We're going to be doing a UBT fire sale up in Blairsville, Georgia. You can come from as far as you want, bring your trailer, we'll have parking for you, but 9 to 3, February 12th, 2023. Email me, unitedbytrucks@gmail.com, send you the address. So some of you guys may remember this one. I get more comments on the video from where we bought this thing than you guys can probably imagine, but this is C Plenty. This is the Suburban that we bought on the channel probably in the first year. I think me and Rick actually went down and did the deal and scooped it up. It is a 3/4 ton 2-wheel drive Suburban. I'm not necessarily interested in selling this. I mean, if somebody really wants to come take it off my hands, maybe, but I do want to build this. Me and Justin actually talked about throwing a Dana 60 under the front of this thing at some point, making it a four-wheel drive like it ought to be. But yeah, see plenty. 73 Suburban, and I'm still looking for a hood for it. This is the hood that I was actually going to use on mud, and ended up, we just couldn't find it. So I've misplaced it. It's gotten stolen, something, not from up here, I think from somewhere else. But yeah, 73 C20 Suburban. If you might can talk me out of this one, I'm gonna put a half for sale on this one. I'm just not sure. You might have to catch me on the right day. All right, let's go look at some other stuff. Also not for sale, but I'm gonna just show y'all something else we got back here tucked away. This is a 67 K10, original K10 chassis that I'm gonna end up probably using under my pawpaw truck, which we'll go show you here in a minute. But yeah, factory K10 67 long bed chassis. I hadn't seen either one of these in a while. So the Wagoneer we got here is an 86, and if you remember, this is the one I bought when I bought Sarah's Penny, the copper lifted one. This one is all here. I think it's got some wiring issues, but apparently it does run. All the interiors here, and I don't have a light on me, but we'll walk around this way. It's kind of that, it's been painted before obviously, but I think the original color was that, whatever the silver color is, which is a really desirable color. So silver with the burgundy interior. So I know you guys are a lot of C10 guys, not necessarily interested in Wagoneers, but this one will be for sale. Yeah, so bring some cash and a trailer and come on. This is my grandfather's truck, the truck I bought from my grandfather. And it is a 68 GMC that is just really dusty but super solid. I did borrow some of the front end stuff for Teddy initially, and this is the truck that is not for sale, but that I'm ultimately gonna be doing a four-wheel drive conversion on, which is what that chassis over there is for. So yeah, this is a cool truck. Obviously I love 68 GMCs, and yeah, this is one that we're gonna make a really cool truck. It's a full trim truck, and the cool thing about 68 is they put a red stripe. GMC only put a red stripe in the trim, which I think is super cool. So this is gonna make a really nice truck. It's dark blue, got the blue interior, and no white cab top. Got full trim on the windows and vent windows, windshield. Just a super cool truck. Not trying to tease you too much on this one, but a lot of people ask me about this truck, and yeah, stays up here at my buddy's storage place in Blairsville, and we're gonna do something with it one day. Love this thing. You can quit it.
So this is what you go riding with Wes in?
That one's my baby.
So this is Justin's beast of a rock crawler, LS 1 tons, LJ stretched. So yeah, he stretched the wheelbase to 115, about 115. But just a cool rig. Now LS swapped, right, Justin? We're gonna get a special treat. He's gonna fire it up. This is one that you'll remember obviously because it's a Ford, and most of you guys are GM guys, but this is a 61 short bed unibody, black original paint, pretty good amount of rust. I think it needs floor pans, definitely needs some stuff in the bed, but it is a truck that it's the first year for the unibody. I think they only made them 3 years. Solomon can keep me honest on this, 61, 62, 63, I believe. But this is a truck I've wanted for a long time, but I'm just really not gonna get to it anytime soon. So I'd be willing to let this one go. Like I said, it's all OG, has a considerable amount of rust, but I'd be willing to make a good deal on it for somebody who wants to really take this truck and make it something cool. Like I said, it needs floor pans. It's all here. Dash is here, steering wheel, seat obviously needs recovered, but it's it's a really, really cool truck, and one that could really be awesome, even if you wanted to leave it patina, which is obviously what I would have done. But just a cool truck to be built. Sorry I can't give you a full side profile shot of it, but 61 unibody, original black paint, 68 302. I don't know what trans is in it. I'm not sure about that, but the engine is a 68 302, which I think is the first year they made a 302. Not a Ford guy, so don't know too much about it. Honey, let's go over and we'll take a look at this Blazer real quick. So actually when we were building UBT K5, I considered actually using this body to build it with. Cool color combo. I think it's an 83. It does have a little bit of a dent in the door here, some rust down low on the rockers, but it's got interior, it's got a drivetrain, it does need a motor. But this is a great builder. Aside from this dent in the door, relatively straight, and would be one that could certainly be built into something cool. It's got a little bit of a lift on it. I think it's like a 2.5-inch suspension lift, 4-speed, 4-wheel drive. So it was a manual Blazer, which I think is cool. It's going to be for sale, faux sale. So these are the last two that I have up in storage. Both of these are going to be for sale on February 12th. We're actually going to head back to the shop here in just a minute. We'll show you some more projects that I have there. We'll tell you which ones are for sale, which ones aren't. But the ones that are going to be for sale there, I will bring here. So even if you see something later in the shop shots, I'm going to bring those up here so that we have them all together. We'll have them all pulled out of the barns. You won't have to come and look at them like this. We'll have them pulled out where you can crawl under them, look around, make a fair offer. Some of these are bill of sale trucks. Some of these are title trucks. I'll try to note down in the description which ones are, which ones aren't. But in most respects, there's ways to get around. Obviously, having a title if you need them. If you're in the classic truck game, you probably already figured out how to do that. But just wanted to go ahead and be transparent about that. Some of these are bill of sale trucks because we don't have to have a title in Georgia or Alabama or other southern states. So yeah. I'll leave those notes down in the description, and we're going to head back to the shop. So what has been your favorite truck up here at storage today?
I think the black one.
The black one right here over my shoulder. So she likes the black unibody the best. And the cool thing is you haven't even seen a lot of these trucks, have you?
No.
Well, we're going to take them back to the shop and show them some trucks you have seen, right? Boom. Y'all can thank my beautiful wife for filming all this, so leave a good comment down there for her. She's wonderful.
So if it's not good, you'll know why.
Excellent videographer. All right, guys, so we made it to the shop, and, well, this is one of my favorite trucks. I would say top 3 favorite trucks that I own, and just by the amount of comments, questions, text, emails, any way that I can be messaged, you guys love this truck too, because I just get tons of feedback on this truck. If you recall, bought this thing from our buddy Tony Key out in Texas and brought it home, revamped the fuel system, and really figured out why the Forest Service Department or the Forest Service Agency parked it in Texas, and it's because it's got a bad lifter, some noisy valve train stuff going on. So it's a 350 with a turbo 400, and this is the Duramax swap candidate. So I'll show you my little Duramax donor in the back there, but we're gonna end up putting the LBZ in this with Allison 1000, maybe an NV 4500, but it's an automatic truck, so we may stick with that. But yeah, this thing is awesome. Old Forest Service truck. I believe it's an 89. 1-ton axles, obviously, since it's a V3500, but rubber floor mat, just sort of this peanut butter colored interior. We're going to stick with that and just get everything really cleaned up, put a new windshield in it, put the Duramax in it, and get it where I can take my family around in it. So yeah, it's still sitting here with brand new Toyo Open Country MTs that have maybe 6 miles on them. So we're going to get going on this quick. I can't tell you exactly when, but hopefully in 2023 we'll get started on this thing. So everybody thinks this is my granddad's truck, the truck I showed you earlier in the video that I have up in storage. This is actually a friend of ours, Dave Fricke's truck, and this is a C20, so whereas mine is a 1/2 ton, this is a 3/4 ton, and he and Mike are gonna get started on this truck in some way and do something cool to it. So we just got it on display here as part of our fleet, even though it's Dave's. And then the OBS is an awesome truck, one that runs and drives and has a bunch of new parts on it. It's got a new lift, it's got new wheels and tires. We've been working on the engine a little bit. It's got the 6.5 turbo diesel with a 4L80. So it's that sort of, well, it's not sort of, it is the light duty 2500. This is gonna be for sale. Whereas Smokey is not for sale, this one's gonna be for sale. We're actually gonna take this up to Blairsville, tow something with it up there that I'll show you that is also for sale, but this one's going to be for sale, and it's got a dead battery right now, or I'd crank it up, but it's got new exhaust, and we'll be ready to make a haul home. So you could drive this one home, won't have to bring your trailer. Let's go check out a couple other things before it gets dark.
Let's hope you.
If you remember, Penny is the Wagoneer that I bought my wife that we did wheels and tires on and revamped some suspension, put some Bilstein dual reservoir shocks, or excuse me, external reservoir shocks on it, and then the fuel pump promptly went out and it's been sitting back here for a bit. We've got fuel injection to go on it. We're gonna kind of go back through this thing and really get it roadworthy. But I get questions on this Wagoneer all the time, so I just wanted to kind of let you guys know where it is, kind of sitting in the back of the shop, ready to have some love done to it. So we're gonna do that soon, get this thing back on the road, and yeah, you guys aren't totally here for the Wagoneer, so we're gonna move on. This is also something that's been on the channel earlier in probably 2 years ago, I guess. But me and Rocky went up to Tennessee and bought this box truck with an LBZ Duramax in it that is going to be our donor for Smokey. Ended up driving this thing back from home from Tennessee, and it's really just been sitting here ever since. We need to charge the batteries up, turn this thing over. I was coming out here every month and turning it over, but it's probably been a year since I've cranked it up. So really need to get back out here, charge these batteries, get this thing turned on, and get it ready to go in Smokey. Mike's got some customer projects going on next door, which means some pretty heavy stuff going next door. So it means that a lot of this is spillover, but this is our storage unit next door. You guys have probably seen in here a little bit, but this is where I keep Teddy. He's sort of nose down. It looks like that airbag has probably leaked a little bit, but Teddy's still here. Teddy's gonna get the miles. Teddy's not going anywhere. And we're gonna continue to revamp this truck. We're gonna ultimately get the rust fixed, get it patina blended, really just make this a much nicer truck, but still here, still doing well, not for sale. And then the last vehicle that we have in here that is actually going to be for sale is our van. So that's our K35 GMC Pathfinder van. I'm sorry it's kind of tucked in here and I don't have a better angle to show you, but it's 8 lug rear. It's got a Dana 44 up front, even though it's a 1-ton van, Dana 44. OG paint, has the edition, the high top edition up top. Does have some rust down low, and will need a drivetrain, but heck of a project to get back on the road. These things are really unique, not a lot of them made. These were GM sanctioned 4x4 conversions by the Pathfinder company, and it's all here. You know, turbo 400. I can't remember what the transfer case was in this, but it has all the adapters are there to make it all go together, and it's a really, really cool piece, just not something I've got time to really get on. So this will be for sale. We're going to be towing this up with the OBS up to Blairsville, so that'll be for sale. All right, so we've got 3 more in the shop next door. I'm going to show you. It's going to be quick. 2 of them in there are not for sale. 1 of them is, but Mike is in there with a couple of guys really getting down on some projects, so we're going to try not to interrupt them too much, but we're going to bust over there real quick, get some footage of these trucks, catch you right back. Okay, so this is the 59 that we brought back from out west. It's been sitting here the entire time. We brought it back. We wanted to get it indoors. It was in a field in Oregon, and we're ultimately going to do a full build on this, but really it's just sitting here being a cool backdrop for now, and we don't really have any plans just yet, other than we want to do big horsepower and lay it flat on the ground and, well, drive it back out to Idaho, Oregon area and see our friends that we got it from. So this is a longer term project. You'll see it probably sitting right here for a while and definitely in the back of our videos, but that's the 59 short bed fleet side. And then the 63 that we kind of use as a well, put windshields on and parts and everything else while we're building stuff. This is actually going to be a truck that we get started on sometime this year. At some point, we're going to end up laying this thing out. Going to do a cool drivetrain, something that we don't normally do in the shop. I'm not going to tell you all about that now. We'll get to that later, but we're just going to lay this thing out, make it look cool. I don't know, we may put billets on this thing. I've got a set of billets we can put on it. We may go back sort of the stock Steely route, but we're not gonna fix any rust. We're not even gonna fix any of the bends in the bed. We're just gonna lay this thing flat out on the ground and get some miles out of it and just see what it'll do. But really cool truck, and appreciate Jesse for passing it along to us up in Illinois, because I love this thing. Super cool. All right, guys, so this is one that is going to be for sale. This is the last one I was talking about in the video. This is our 79, I believe it is. I get it confused with the Vandura we've got next door, but this is a 79 Shasta. It's original paint. Obviously, it's very dusty in here right now. It has a blown engine, but aside from that, it's got a bunch of new stuff, new AC system, new plumbing, new tires. I was really going to use this to camp with a family, but we've got the Airstream and some other stuff, so we're going to let this go. This is probably the thing that's going to bring the most money and the thing that's not going to be in Blairsville. So if you're interested in this, hit me up via email, unitedbytrucks@gmail.com, and we'll talk about how you can come check this thing out if you're really interested. Don't want to waste anybody's time, and certainly don't want my time to be wasted, so only reach out if you're interested. But I can get you better pictures, better video. But you guys know this has sort of been a staple in the background of our videos for a while, and well, it's time to let it go to a good home. I need to make some room, make some space, bring some money in so we can start some other projects. So the Shasta is for sale. And I'm sure somebody will ask, but here's mud. Doing its thing, just sitting there. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the project update and really letting you guys know about the UBT Fire Sale. Super excited about it. This is going to help us do more things with more trucks and do the right things with the trucks that we have, and I'm super excited about that. So I hope you guys will come to the fire sale, the UBT Fire Sale Project Edition up in Blairsville. Like I said, we'll bring the OBS, bring the van up, and you've seen the other trucks that are up there that are going to be for sale. So I hope you guys will come out February 12th from 9 to 3. Like I said, please email me, unitedbytrucks@gmail.com. I'll send you the address to where we're going to be doing that, and we'd love to see you there. Come with a trailer, come with some cash, come ready to make a deal. I'll be ready to make a deal, and let's have some fun. That's going to do it for this episode of United by Trucks. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. I like making them. They're kind of fun. I've been traveling around with the family all day doing this, so kind of fun. But leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Catch you next time right here on United by Trucks. Cue the music.